In a forest ecosystem, the multiple layers of vegetation make use of solar radiation, carbon dioxide, atmospheric nitrogen, and water to produce a large amount of biomass. This biomass constantly flows into the soil litter under the form of dead plant material, leaves and stems, or dead animals and excrements. The litter plays a physical role in protecting the soil against erosion, creates a beneficial microclimate buffering soil temperature and preserving moisture, and provides energy to sustain a high and diverse soil biological activity with the microfauna, mesofauna, and microflora. The litter is continuously transformed into organic and inorganic nutrients through the actions of the soil biological activity. The breakdown of the litter starts with the physical fragmentation operated by the soil macro and mesofauna. These smaller pieces of fresh organic matter are decomposed by the soil microflora, leading to the mineralization of organic matter into soluble carbon and mineral nutrients. The remaining organic matter is chemically transformed and stabilized through the process of humification. This soil organic matter is also protected within soil aggregates and stabilized through interactions and mineral surfaces. The combination of organic matter breakdown and humus synthesis is called organic matter turnover. The stock of nutrients present in the soil solution is in dynamic equilibrium with the humified organic matter, so that nutrients are rapidly available for plant uptake. In weathered soils of the tropics, soil organic matter plays a major role, representing the dominant reservoir and source of plant nutrients, as NPS among others. Nutrients stored in the soil organic matter are prevented from leaching. Soil organic matter also influences pH, cation exchange capacity, anion exchange capacity, and soil structure. Deep-rooting systems and soil organisms contribute to the weathering of the parent material, stimulating the process of soil formation. It releases clay materials, but also nutrients that can be directly recycled by tree roots. Plant roots and macrofauna, like earthworms, termites, and ants, also called soil ecosystem engineers, are responsible for the process of bioturbation, which consists in a physical rearrangement of soil profile. Soil ecosystem engineers create galleries and produce organo-mineral biogenic structures binding together mineral particles and organic compounds. Ions like iron, aluminum, and calcium bind clays and humus together, leading to the formation of the clay-humus complex, also called soil adsorption complex. Under the action of bacterial secretion and fungi hypha, silt particles and fine organic matter stick together with clay, encapsulating bacterial colonies. This primary form of soil aggregation is called microaggregation. Soil microaggregates are then bound together with sand particles, decaying roots, and leaves and bacterial colonies in a second level of aggregation called macroaggregation. The main binding agents of macroaggregates are root exudates and fungi hypha growing at the surface or inside of them. Earthworms and termites contribute to aggregate the soil into large biogenic structures like casts and mounds. Soil structure in a natural ecosystem is thus the result of a complex interaction between fresh and humified organic matter, mineral particles, and living organisms from microorganisms to macrofauna. By facilitating these interactions, bioturbation is a fundamental process for nutrients recycling, soil aggregation, and soil organic carbon sequestration. Under a native ecosystem, all components are in close interaction. The plants provide high and diverse biomass above and below ground, creating a permanent litter that is progressively fragmented, decomposed, and mineralized through the action of the soil biota. The organic compounds released from the litter and by the roots as exudates glue together mineral particles of clay, silt, and sand with plant and bacteria debris to form soil aggregates. The soil ecosystem engineers, with the ants, termites, and earthworms, play a key role through the bioturbation, mixing together organic compounds and minerals to form biogenic structures. Both living soil organisms and plants allow moisture and gases to seep into deeper layers along burrows and root channels. Despite the low fertility of high-weathered tropical soils, the high turnover of organic matter and nutrients, combined with few losses, allow an important biomass production.